I wanted to start off right off the bat appealing to ethos. Given the ESPN's a very well-known worldwide leader in sports, as you can see, I wanted to start the introduction to my video with that. I decided to put this video here because it, one, grabs the audience's attention, and two, keeps their interest. This play, Chris Davis right here returning the field goal back, which won Auburn the game, sending them to the BCS National Championship. This championship paid out Auburn $18 million, $0 with which Chris Davis received. This is really starting my rhetorical plot of pathos, which somewhat in future clips will make the audience realize how much these big schools and the NCAA really takes advantage of the student athletes. Here I wanted to present the audience with text, which will help them better understand how much Auburn made off of Chris Davis. This is again more to apply to pathos, while it makes the audience understand how and makes them really feel bad for Chris Davis in that he did not get any of the winnings. I want to make the audience feel bad for Chris Davis and side with him in future arguments.
How great is that?
This small segment will be seen throughout the movie, which just really adds comic relief and keeps the audience interested and makes them more enjoy the movie. I wanted to further establish my ethos and add a short clip of an argument from a very well-known and highly credible sports anchor and news broadcaster. Here I wanted to add a clip of a student athlete which really applied to pathos, making the audience understand that student athletes get utilized for what they do. Here's where I start the music for the future slides. This music's very well known in sports arenas and just keeps the sports theme going. Here I begin to apply to logos and pathos as I give numbers, which just makes the audience understand that student athletes get more attendance to their games than professional athletes, yet they don't get paid as much, or any for that matter. Here I make the text of $0 stand out because it really just encompasses the whole argument. Here's more comic relief to just keep the audience interested, as well as it does apply to the situation at hand. Here I add information from a highly credible source of CNN, just showing how much these college athletes are worth. I'll use another image here and slow it down, just so the audience can really understand it and realize how much these student athletes are losing out in this whole battle. Here I use another image which appeals to logos, as it shows just how much more the revenue is than the scholarships that these students are receiving. Now I add another short video clip which just sets up future arguments.
We do have hungry nights that we don't have enough money to get food in. How great is that?
Here I added text from a study which just really further encompasses the argument in support of student athletes getting paid even by student. Here's where I begin to take my stance in the debate.
The reality is they're largely hypocrites.
Here I add audio with a screenshot providing another argument, as well as keeping comic relief and keeping the audience interested.
How great is that?
Here we go. Top 10 plays at number 10.
Here I added a very popular sports clip just to keep the theme going. Here I added a small news clip to inform the audience again of another argument and how athletes are starting to take a stand for themselves.
We should get a cut of some of the millions the NCAA makes off of using their likenesses.
Here I added a highly credible source in Newt Gingrich providing an argument that student athletes should be paid, just to show that it's not only student athletes care about this, but it's others outside of that, and it's also very popular in today's society.
To pretend these are amateur sports.
Here I provided a clip from a very experienced attorney in this matter that really just sums up the whole reason why student athletes should be paid. I end with comedic relief for the audience. Throughout my presentation, I applied to ethos by using highly credible sources in the area, as well as those who are experienced, like Shabazz Napier and other student athletes. My appeal to logos can be summed up throughout my presentation in the text, as well as in the images, which provide information on how much coaches and schools bring in compared to the amount of money that scholarships are spent on student athletes. My appeal to pathos can be seen in the arguments themselves, which really just encompass the audience and make them realize that these student athletes are really missing out on the money that they make. Like that video of Shabazz Napier who says, "We go to bed hungry every night," while these schools are making millions and millions of dollars off of them. I decided to use a sports theme throughout the entire presentation because my topic involves it firsthand. I also use comic relief in short bursts because I wanted to keep the audience attention and keep them interested in the presentation.